Welcome to Internet Quality Academy. The channel is for the quality control engineer, site engineer, and the civil engineer who are working in the construction field. In this channel, we are dealing with anything and everything which is required to get success in the construction. Today also, I'm going to discuss about a very important topics for the quality control in the construction. That is how to raise the material inspection request for the rebar or the reinforcement bar. After material approval, the steel will supply to the site. Now it is our duty to check that reinforcement as per the requirement and raise the MIR to the consultant or the client to get their approval. So what is the procedure? What you need to check whenever it is coming to the site? In today's video, I will discuss each and everything about the material inspection request for the reinforcement bar. And let's jump into the subject. And if you're new on my channel, kindly subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that whenever I upload a new video, you will get immediate notification. So without wasting time, let's start. That is material inspection request for the rebar. So what is material inspection request? That is after getting the approval from the consultant or the client. Say for example, it's steel. We need to raise the MAR, and after getting the approval, we need to order to the manufacturer to supply the material at the site. Now, when this material is coming at the site, now it is our duty to ensure that whatever the material is coming to the site, that is as per the requirement or as per the project specification. So that is material inspection request. So what is material inspection request? How to raise MIR? I have made a detailed video. Link is there or in the description. Please check, you will get the full information. So now today's topic is material inspection request for the rebar. So what are the general information you need to provide whenever you are submitting the material inspection request to the consultant, to the PMC or the client, whoever is in your project? First, we need to fill up the form or the material expense submittal, and it has to submit. Nowadays everything is digital, so you need to submit in digitally, or some places all in now paper also is working, so you need to submit it by paper. But if it is in digital, you can submit it digitally. Now what is the general information you need to provide, be it in the digital or in the offline? So first you need to specify what is the project name, what is the project location, what is the project phase. Maybe it's a phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. So whatever the project phase, that I have to mention. And then inspection request number with revision and the storage location. So where you storage, that is very much important whenever you are raising material inspection request, because consultant should know that the material where it is storage, so they will come there itself to check the material. So these are the general information you need to provide whenever we are raising material inspection request for the rebar. The next is, what is the material details that you need to provide? So suppose it is steel is coming, maybe it's the 8 mm, 10 mm, 12 mm, whatever. So diameter of the steel you need to specify 8 dia steel, or the whatever the grade, maybe it is a 415, 550 or 550D. So you need to provide that 8 mm dia steel bar of grade 550 mm, 550D. So that you need to mention with the material details part. Then quantity received, it is very much important that how much quantity you receive, that is to also be incorporated in the material inspection request. So maybe you are receiving 20 ton, so you need to mention 20 ton. Why it is important? Because according to the quantity received, our project quality or the steel rebar checking checkpoint or the inspection point or the testing parameter will be changed. So what is your inspection test plan? Maybe in every 20 ton you need to send it to the third party, or maybe into every 40 ton you need to send to the third party. So accordingly you need to ensure or into arrange the third party test. So quantity of receipt, that is very much important, and manufacturer and the supplier information. Now it is very much important. Why? Because from which source it is coming, because in the material approval request it has been given that the manufacturer is this, so it is to be ensuring that this material is coming from that manufacturer or the supplier itself. So that is the details to be mentioned. Now testing and inspection request. Now whatever it is coming, what you need to do? First, you have to check the material it's coming, that you have to check the TC or the challan or the invoice, whatever it is coming. That is the document from the supplier or from the manufacturer when it is coming to the site. The document, that the challan or the delivery note, that you need to check. You need to verify the manufacturer. You need to verify the date. You need to verify the quantity. You need to verify the how it is coming. So everything is the challan or the delivery note. It is there. You need to check, and after that you need to do the physical verification of the steel. Now here it is bar identification. Let me zoom in. First, you need to identify the bar. See, here it is, you can see in every bundle there is a tag. And what is this tag? In this tag, it is mentioned the diameter of the bar, or length of the bar, quantity of the bar, and then heat number or the cast number. That means when it is cast and the which mill or which the manufacturing plant it is coming, and what is the quantity. That is everything is mentioned. And why it is important? Because you, whenever you are identifying this bar is this dia from this mill or from this manufacturing plant is coming. Now what is the heat number or the batch number? Now you need to check whenever you are getting the MTC or the manufacturer and test certificate. Then it will come to the later. So bar identification you have already done. The bar mark, it is very much important to check the bar mark whenever we are received in the bar. In the bar there is a rib. So ribbed bar. Now every company, whatever manufacturer is saying, that is there is a bar mark is there, and this is the prominent bar mark, and each and every organization or the manufacturer has a separate, because it has, then see here it is a two thickened ribs, maybe it's for 500, then seven ribs, seven or ribs pain, then again one rib, then again two rib, then one rib. So what is the pattern? Why it is important? Because from this pattern you can easily identify what is the diameter, what is the ductility, from which country it is coming, and from what is the ductility. So everything you will find out in this bar mark. So first what you need to check, this is a bar identification from the tag. Then in the bar itself you need to check this bar mark. Now what you need to do, see, this is sometimes it is coming in. See here it is DCL means Dubai Central Laboratory. You must say made in UAE. Then mill number is here. This country number. This is the Hamriya steel mark. So this everything is mentioning in the bar or in the bar mark. So every company has a different bar mark. So they need to check as per this whatever the bar marks, because whenever you are submitting the material approval request, in material approval request, you need to submit the mill test certificate. So in mill test certificate, you need to mention what is the bar mark. And now, whenever this material is coming, you need to check when whatever it is approved in the material approval request, the same bar mark or the same mark or steel has received or not. That is why this bar mark is very much important. See here it is everything, when where it is manufactured, whether it is approved by the or not, and then when the steel mark, then country code, mill number, and ductility. Everything is there. Here these two ribs are in the opposite direction. If it is in the same direction, that means is ductility A, ductility B, ductility C. It's depend. So from this bar mark, you can easily find out what is the diameter, what is the country of origin, what is the country code, what is the mill number, what is the ductility, everything. So first bar identification, then bar mark. This has to check very carefully whenever you are receiving bar in the site. So that bar identification we check. Then you need to come to the MTC. Now, in MTC, what you need to check? Physical properties, that is mechanical properties, chemical properties, and the rolling margin. So for the first, you need to check the physical properties. In the MTC, see here, let me zoom in again. See here it is also in the mill test certificate, the bar mark is there. Now what you need to check, you find the bar mark in the bar itself like this. And now this bar mark and this bar mark should be the same. If it is not, that means the bar, whatever we receive is not as per the test certificate. So these two bar mark has to match. Then here it is a cast number or the heat number it is written. So here is also cast number or the heat number to be mentioned. Now we need to identify first the bar mark, then the mill test certificate, that is what is the mill number. Here is the same mill number you need to check. Then you need to check the heat number or cast number, and accordingly you need to say that this bar as per our requirement. Again, I'm saying first bar identification, that from bar identification you will find out the mill number or the cast number or the heat number. Then bar mark, from the bar mark itself you will find out where it is a manufacturer, where is the steel mark, where is the country code and everything. And this bar mark should match with the bar mark where, as per whatever we are submitting the material approval request for the steel, this bar mark should match. And again, for the whatever the MTC we received with the consignment, MTC bark mark and the steel bark mark should be same, and the heat number and cast number mentioned here, that will also match with the MTC. And then you need to check what is the other parameter. What is the other parameter? This for the mechanical properties. In IS 17876, it's already given the mechanical properties. Say for example, if your steel is Fe500D, then what is the proof stress, what is the elongation, what is the tensile strength, what is the total elongation, that is everything is mentioned. Suppose yours is Fe500D. So what will be your proof stress? That is 500. What is the elongation? Maximum 16%. Now you need to check in your MTC that whether this has the same or not. If it is not same for as per the ISO 1786 or any other codes for as per the requirement or as per the specification, that you need to match. If it is match, you can say this is confirming the IS specification or the specification or any other codes as per this. Then you can say that steel has the mechanical properties as per the requirement. Now we need to check the physical. After physical, we need to check the chemical properties. Now in chemical properties also, in India or in our case, in IS 1786 it given this percentage maximum: carbon, sulfur, phosphorus, sulfur and phosphorus. Fe415, 415D, 500, 500D, 550, 550D and 600. Now in case yours is 500D, then carbon percentage should be maximum 0.25, sulfur should be 0.040, phosphorus should be 0.040, and sulfur and phosphorus should be 0.075. So again, you need to tally with the MTC, with the IS code or any other code, maybe BS code, STM, whatever. So you need to tally. If it is matched with the IS code, we can say this still confirming the IS 1786 or any other specification, whatever mentioned in the projects. So what we already checked, the bar mark, bar identification, bar mark, bar identification, heat number, mill number, country of origin, then MTC, then physical, mechanical properties, chemical properties. Now this has the physical check we have already done. Now in again, next is we have to do a verification, that is a rolling margin. Rolling margin is the nominal mass in per unit meter. So what is that? That is to pray, because it is defining the our structural integrity. So in IS 1786, it's already mentioned what is the nominal cross-sectional area. Suppose you have the 12 mm diameter, cross-sectional area 113.1 and mass per meter is 0.888. Now, whenever you are receiving steel, you need to cut the steel in 1 meter and you need to check whether this is as per the requirement or not. But this tolerance is also there. What is the tolerance? That is also IS 1786 is given. There is up to and including 10 mm. A batch is planned by 7, individuals -8, individual sample for coils only +-8, up over 10 and including 16 +-5, and over 60 is +-3. So whenever we are getting the rolling margin, we need to check the whether it is in the limit or not. So we have checked the physical properties, mechanical properties, bar mark, bar identification, rolling margin and everything. Then we need to check heat number or batch number I already mentioned. Then acceptance criteria as per IS 1786 you need to verify. In India, in other area, whatever the BS code mentioning, that you have to check, or any other specification is specified for the project. For that specification you need to check whether the steel is as per the requirement or not. Then inspection point, that is also IS 1786 in India. In any other area, whatever the specification or the project requirement that you need to fulfill. Now, next part is what is the documentation? That documentation, material certificate, test report, and manufacturer documentation, that already we have discussed. The next is health and safety consideration, that material safety data sheet and handling instruction, and also you need to verify that as per the green building requirement that the mill should not be more than something 400 kilometer or something, so the carbon footprint will be the less. This kilometer is varies as per the requirement, but that you need to check that how far from it is coming to reduces the carbon footprint, that also you need to check. Then what is the delivery information? That is already discussed. The delivery note, supply chain, certificate of origin, and dispatch clearance. Now, delivery note, that means when they were supplying, there is a delivery note, the challan. And what is the supply chain? Suppose the manufacturer A, then they have given to the material or sell material to the B, from B to C, C to D, and after that it is coming to our project. Now we are not getting the material from directly from the manufacturer. If it is coming from the directly manufacturer, we are getting the MTC and the delivery note from the direct manufacturer. But we are getting from someone, a supplier, supplier D. Now it is our duty, we need to ensure that this material is coming from the manufacturer A. So how we can establish? That is the supply chain. That means from A to B, that there should be endorsement or the delivery show that this material is sold to supplier A, then from supplier A to supplier B, then supplier B to supplier D, and supplier C to supplier D, and from D to your project. So this way you need to complete the supply chain to ensuring that the material is coming from the manufacturer itself. Then certificate of origin, that means maybe it is the coming from the other country, so you need to satisfy that or to verify that there is certificate of origin is there for the certificate of origin. So you need to verify the certificate origin to ensure that this material is coming from that country. Then dispatch clearance, if it is from the other side, then the custom clearance is also required whenever it is coming from the outside of the country, so that custom clearance also to be attached. Then the next part is storage condition. Now, the storage condition should be in India as per IS 4082. It is mentioned everything, what will be the base, what will be the criteria to store the material. So that you need to ensure whenever it is coming, that whenever you have stored the material, that will not damage the material. That is to ensure that storage condition should be as per IS 4082. The next thing, in situ test. What are the in situ test you can that conduct in situ test as required? You can check verification, rolling margin, that you need to ensuring. Then lab test, as per the requirement you need to send the lab. So it is the as per the project specification that every 200 ton you need to send a sample to the third party, or every 100 ton you need to send to the third party, or whenever the sources is changing. So whatever the third party report, that third party also to be approved by the vendor, that should be in India NABL, NUAE, DCL approved, or Dubai Central Laboratory approved lab. From that only we need to test that one. So that third party report also to be attached along with this, only that after say we can this material as per the project specification. Then record keeping, so whatever you are receiving, the MTC, challan, supply chain, certificate of origin, third party test report, rolling margin test, that should be attached with the inspection record, and whenever it is approved should be kept on the file. Now if it is rejected, then what is the material rejection process? Maybe you will call for the supplier that the or the manufacturer that your material has rejected. They will come, they will visit or inspect the site, or maybe third party test to be conducted, and again it is rejected, then it has to taken back from the site. So this process also to be included in the material inspection request, that this process should be followed. So for today these are the all about the material inspection request for the river, and I hope you find it useful. And if you find it useful, kindly subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll get immediate notification. And I'm waiting for your valuable comment, so that from your valuable comment everybody will be benefited. And if you want to know anything more about quality control and construction, please let me know. I will come with more content like this. Thank you once again for watching me.